Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. And I'd like to thank my main man, KJ Kevin Johnson, for coming on the show tonight. Yes,
So,
sir. Clemson cornerback from 99 to '02. And today's
bro.
special guest, we got a Columbia native in. He's
Yeah,
right
man.
in Columbia, South Carolina. This guy played at University of
I'm kind
Colorado
of favorite.
State. All right, played tight end, and now he's doing the performance fitness for all ages. Y'all help me give it up for Mr. Cam
Come
Butler.
on,
What's
man.
going on, Cam?
What's going on, Cam? Appreciate you, man, coming to the show.
I appreciate you guys for having me, man.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, man. No
for
problem.
the people that don't know you, Cam, let them know where you're from and a little bit about your background.
Yeah, so like you said, Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised. Just a little bit about myself. I went to Ridgeview High School. They weren't doing so hot when I went there to start off, but
All
kind of
right.
turned the program, and now they're a pretty good program here in the state. So went to the Shrine Bowl 2017, left high school in 2017, and then went to Colorado State University for the next 5 years. And then was able to participate in camp with the Giants 2022. And since
Word.
then, last year I was the assistant wide receivers coach at Coastal Carolina. So glad to be back home, man, and pour back into my city.
Yo, man. Good job so far, man. Good
Appreciate
resume. All
appreciate
right.
it.
Hey, so what age you start playing sports, and what sport was your first love growing up in South Carolina?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I want to say probably around, if I had to guess, probably around 6. I don't really remember when my mom threw me in it, but probably
Okay.
around. But my first love was basketball, man. Football was always something that I loved.
Oh, yeah.
My pops was a high school coach, so I was in and around it a good bit. But I wanted to be a basketball player from the time I grew up, for sure.
Word.
All right, man. So watching basketball, man, who influenced you? Like, what position did you like? Who was the player that you had liked?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so my big role model, just like many kids around the country, Kobe, of course. Um, I wasn't so much a LeBron guy. I love and respect what he brings to the table as far as not only on the court but off the court. But man, my big role model is gonna sound crazy. Rudy Gay, man. I was a big Rudy Gay fan for them Grizzlies, man. I love watching the Grizzlies play. So Rudy Gay.
Was that he a former Tar Heel, right?
Rudy Gay is UConn, I want to say.
UConn.
I think
That's
UConn.
right. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. I want to.
All right,
Yeah, yeah.
man. Cool, man. Hey, so what all sports did you play on the middle school level, and what sport was your favorite on that level? On that level.
So I played both football and basketball at Kelly Mill
Mhm.
Middle School here in Columbia, kind of in that Blythefoot area. I don't know if you guys are too familiar, but played football and basketball there my 7th and 8th grade years. I don't think they even allowed kids in 6th grade to play. So it was cool, man. I wanted to be basketball, so football
Okay.
was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was straight, but being able to play, I think it was Wednesday games, dropping 20, 30 in middle school. It
Oh,
was yeah.
yeah. That's what's up, man.
So how tall were you in middle school, Cam?
Probably 5'10". I think I went into 9th grade, maybe 5'11" ish, so probably 5'10".
Okay,
Okay.
so you was able to dunk a little bit then, right there, in a little
I
bit.
don't think I might have dunked 8th grade, but I want to say ninth. I want to say
Ninth
ninth grade
grade.
was dunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
talk about ninth grade. You go in your first year in high school. Were you playing
Yep.
JV, varsity, BT? Like
Hmm.
what sports did you play?
Yep. So I played with Coach Raymond Jennings. I don't think at the time he let any ninth graders play varsity or JV. So he
Okay.
kept all the ninth graders on B team. None of our teams were doing the greatest, but I think that was a blessing in disguise because that group was able to gel and kind of stick together because as you all know in high school you have a player that's better than the rest. They snatch him, they put him on varsity. He kind of gets separated from his class. So I appreciated that. Probably later in life. But at the time I played B team, we had a good year. We had a lot of good players. So, and then I played basketball that year too. And it would end up being my last year playing basketball in 9th grade.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
At playing at Ridgeview High School, who was the competition in the area or in the
So
state?
you got Spring Valley, who's kind of nosedive here recently. They were pretty good. they shifted these regions around so much, but in this area specifically, it's Blythewood High School,
Okay.
Westwood High School, Richland Northeast High School.
There
But
you
in
go.
our region, when I started getting into, JV and varsity, they shifted regions, but it became South Point, Lancaster, Irmo, schools like that. So really good programs here in Columbia and then upstate as well.
All right, for sure.
That's great. So, you go into your 10th grade year, you go straight to varsity, correct?
I turned into a quarterback my sophomore year. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you stopped playing basketball the same year. So when you go in and you playing quarterback, was that something you was used to doing? Did you play quarterback previously in your younger leagues, or you just
Nah, it was out of necessity. Really, we didn't really have much of one. And I
Okay,
played receiver. So at the end of the day, I can't play receiver if I got nobody to really throw me the ball.
got
Yeah,
And
true, true.
I decided to step up, not knowing what to do. We're winning 2-3 games a year, so I was just kind of running around for my life, not knowing what to do. But
Yeah,
we it really taught me a lot as far as leadership. My style of leadership was a little different. I'm not really a rah guy, and sometimes that's kind of hard to maneuver. But it
okay.
really taught me to, develop those characteristics. And we had a pretty good year. It was a pretty good experience going against some teams, jumping from B team to varsity. But again, it probably finished around 2-3 wins. And then I got hurt the last game. I tore my knee up, and so that's why I stopped playing basketball. I was gonna play, but I tore my knee up at the end of the year. When you go from football to basketball season, injuries kind of delay that. So
Yeah,
gotcha.
sure, man. That kind of happened to me as well because, playing basketball, all that jumping, it's going to make
yeah,
your knee worse. But the
yeah,
grass kind of give a little bit.
yeah.
But
The grass gives.
so man, yeah. But how y'all doing the playoffs? How far? I mean, how many rounds, or did y'all make it to the state finals, or what
And
happened?
football or basketball?
Both. Oh,
This
football. Let's start with football.
It's gonna be
Football.
a very easy question for both. None. For either
None.
one,
Oh,
none,
okay. Let's go to basketball, man. Shoot, how y'all
none.
do that?
We didn't do because I played my freshman year. I was on JV my freshman year in basketball, but
Okay.
I don't even know if they got a playoff for JV. I don't even think so.
Oh,
So we
probably
didn't
not.
much. And then my sophomore year, I didn't play because I tore my leg up. So
Oh, okay. All right. I
we
understand.
still didn't.
So your junior senior year, you sticked it out. How many wins did you get between those 2 years? Did you make it to the? You didn't make it to the playoffs there neither.
So the biggest transition going into my junior year, Coach Jennings left. We brought in Coach Perry Parks, who's now the head coach at River Bluff High School right now in Columbia. He shifted the whole program, man. He immediately saw me throw a pass and said, "Absolutely not." Put me right back at receiver. And so we brought in some transfers, and we had a pretty good year, man. I think we went 7-3 or 6-4, something like that. Beat Dutch Fork, who is now the Kings of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I also ended up tearing my knee 2 years in a row. So going into my senior year, leaving that junior year, I had no offers, no nothing. I was banged up 2 years in a row. Had the size, kind of talent, but just potential at that point.
Wow. All right, man.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that. But so how did things go with the Shrine Bowl? What positions was you playing there? Were you was at tight end as well?
Yeah, so I played receiver, really kind of H-back role my senior year. We tied the tied the school record for wins that season. Went 10-3, highest ranking in the state for Ridgeview since then. So even though they've got a very good program now, we're still technically the best team in Ridgeview history. Lost in the third round, I want to say, right before the state championships. And then went to the Shrine Bowl as a tight end. But again, I played my senior year kind of slot, and then transitioned to tight end when I got closer to college. So
Okay.
Well, I got some highlights we can get into real quick from high school years, man. Wasn't that long ago, man. We got Cam on the podcast tonight, man. It's the week for the tight ends. Yes, sir. We're going to go ahead and get into this clip. We don't own the rights to it. Stay with Cam. We'll be right back. Please don't sue us.
Cameron Butler from Columbia, South Carolina. Ridgeview High School, a tight end. Cameron, rated a 3-star prospect by 24/7 Sports, and selected to play in the 2016 Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas.
Yes, sir. We back. So, Kim,
Dog
man,
right-
huh?
That's a dog right there.
I see
Yeah,
that.
man. Oh yeah, we see you.
Calvin Johnson. Calvin
Hey,
Johnson.
hey, you weren't scared, man, for real.
Hey,
Hey, any challenge, who want it? You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah. So, Cam, I want to ask you. You went through like maybe 2 major surgeries before you really turned 19. So, talk about how you overcame that and ended up playing at Colorado State.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of the recruitment process. Again, I didn't have any offers going into my senior year. As we tend to have, a lot of doubts. It's not coming. So I don't know, man. I guess I just put my head down, worked. I had a great head coach who kind of showed me off all the schools that came by. Ended up choosing Colorado State. I had, I think, around 15 offers, kind of group of 5 schools, your Coastals, your Liberties, your App States, your Georgia States. And then South Carolina wanted to give me a gray shirt. USC was my kind of childhood team, so I was, really trying to get that offer late, but it didn't happen. And so CSU came. Joe Cox, who's now the tight ends coach at Ole Miss, came, didn't even really see me practice. He just, kind of sat with me for a little bit, saw how big I was, saw that I was fast on film, and decided to give me that offer. And so, I kind of fell in love with the program, really appreciated that they didn't really need to see more, they just wanted me. So Coach Bobo, who's the OC at Georgia, was my head coach at CSU. So they recruited a lot of Southern guys and, really felt at home over. So.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Mike Bobo, man, offensive coordinator, former quarterback for the Bulldogs. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah. Hey. So, what coach or player welcomed you to Colorado State?
So it was interesting. On my visit, I met their quarterback. He was a freshman. He was kind of gearing up to start the next year, but he actually went to Dorman, and so his name is Colin Hill, which is crazy because that's now a name that people kind of know around this area because he ended up coming back with Coach Bobo to start at South Carolina at quarterback. So
Nice.
he was everything for me up there, man. Just being so far away from home, I always wanted to travel and get out, but really having somebody that your hometown, your home state, know where you're from and what you're about. So I said Colin Hill.
Okay.
Nice, man.
Cool. So, man, talk about your first game, your first college game. Did you play right away your freshman year or did you redshirt?
I did, man. And just a quick little flashback. I remember sitting in the team room, and you guys can attest to this, man. It was, I want to say, in fall camp, and Coach Bobo looked at us and said, the first game is coming, fast, and just like that, you'll be graduating. And I remember sitting there, thinking like the first game is gonna take forever. Like I feel like I'm never gonna do anything or whatever. But that first game came. I started my first 33, 34 games. I had no rest shirt, no time to chill. And I scored my first game. We played Oregon State. We beat them 56-35, somewhere in there. It was the first game. Built a brand new stadium that year. So the place was packed, 40,000, 45,000 people. The first game in that stadium, so it was pretty amazing, man.
All right. Hey, so what is it like, as far as playing in the mountains? You up in the mountains, is it hard to kind of, I know it's different from South Carolina and playing there. Talk about that.
Yeah. Again, another story. Coach Bobo, I remember sitting in the room and he said, when Oregon State comes, don't be surprised when they tap out in the third quarter. And I'll never forget in that third quarter, them D linemen, had the gas mask on the other side. It's different. And I have a mother who has sickle cell, and so I have a sickle cell trait, and that's very dangerous. People like Ryan Clark stay in Denver. And so she was unable to see me a lot of times because it was in the mountains. But man, it beats you up, man. You can't breathe. When you look at those teams that come to those areas, like at CU, at Colorado, where Dion is now, even down any sports teams like I know the Lakers used to cry about it when they played the Nuggets. It's very hard to breathe up there, man.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Yeah. Well, I got some more highlights I want to show the people. For everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button, and also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. All right. We have Cam Butler, former Ridgeview High School standout. He was a Shrine Bowl participant and also played at Colorado State University. Stay with us, Cam. We'll be right back. Okay.
Cam, out here on early on a Monday morning, working out with your team, and just tell us a little bit about how the summer has gone. Heard very impressive things about the Blazers.
Summer's going real good. We took a major stride last year, and so this year we're just trying to tune up our game so we can be able to go to the playoffs hopefully this year.
Wide receiver, tight end, H-back, you do it all on offense, and I know that Coach is going to find creative ways to get the ball in your hands, and you're going to be taking a trip, I understand. Plane ride for the first time, is that right?
Yes,
going out to Colorado State on a visit, leaving on Wednesday. Tell me a little bit about both your interest in them, and then otherwise, recruiting-wise, who else has been talking to you?
They're definitely showing lots of interest, so that's definitely one of my top schools. So far, I've had 12 offers, I think, and I've had some talks with USC and stuff like that. I'm hoping to go to Army this summer. They've offered Coastal and some schools like that, so just making trips this summer.
Last year, as you said, you kind of set the coach came in and kind of established his expectations. You guys had tremendous success that nobody had foreseen, but now people know that you guys have got something. How hard have you worked? What have you guys done in the offseason to make sure you're ready for the challenge, because you're not going to sneak up on anybody?
We've carried a chip on our shoulder all year because people don't really respect this yet, so we've carried that into the weight room, into practice, so hopefully we can make some noise this year.
Speaking of the weight room, first thing, went up there this morning, 8 o'clock, and you guys are getting after it in there. Talk about that mentality in the weight room and the difference it's made in size, speed, getting bigger, stronger, faster.
Since Coach Sparks has come, we stepped up our game. Effort is a big thing. You can make as many mistakes as you want, but as long as you go full speed, you can do a lot of things right, so we take that into the weight room too. All
right, Cam Butler, I'm going to let you get out there with your teammates. I appreciate you taking time, and we'll talk to you during preseason practice in early August.
Yes, I appreciate it.
All right. That's Cam back in young Cam. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I don't even know where y'all finding these at. Oh, man.
The archive key. Yes, sir. You talk about what you remember the most about that day, man.
Wow, I mean, I Slick kind of remembers just being nervous, man. Like nobody ever really wanted to talk to not only me, but Ridgeview, So it was kind of me representing us. So I'm glad I did a decent job. I kind of look a little lackadaisical, but
Yeah, man, you did pretty good, man. Looking back at it,
Yeah, man. Hey, playing tight end for the Rams. What free safety kind of gave you a challenge, man, in your college years?
Oh man, it's been some tough ones. Andrew Weingart comes to mind. He starts for the Jaguars right now for Wyoming.
All right.
But I want to say we played Minka. Minka was, of course, very good at Alabama. But Boise State had two free safeties. One was 6'3", one was 6'4". And one of the plays that I always remember is they hit one of our receivers, and both of them hit him and got targeting, both of them at the same time. I've never seen a play where two safeties hit the same person at the same time. And then they both got targeted on the same play. So, they were headhunters and they were, pretty big. So,
wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Colorado State, you what division were they did? Not division, but conference. Big
It's the
12?
Mountain West Conference.
Okay. Yeah. And who was all in that conference with y'all? Was it like BYU?
That's I want to say BYU was independent when I was there. I know they're Big 12 now.
So it's
But
been a lot of alignments since, you
yeah.
know.
And CSU moving to Pac-12 next year, so they're revitalizing the Pac-12. Yeah. So
Yeah.
in that conference, is New Mexico. You got Air Force, San Jose State, San Diego State, Wyoming, us, Hawaii. Who else am I missing? UNLV, and then your head honcho, of course, is Boise State. You know, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Gotta ask those questions because I be getting confused if they switch up so much, man, and bounce around like Texas, Oklahoma, the SEC for the first time. This their second year, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get to play against Dion your time there, or you didn't get an opportunity?
I did it, man. He just missed me, and you know
Oh man.
I can talk like I was gonna do something now because I didn't have to play against them. But
Yes.
CU was our rival, so we played them every year in the Broncos Stadium. He was at Jackson State. I remember Shador came and Shiloh came on a visit to CSU because they were looking at schools. I know Shiloh ended up going to South Carolina first, and then Shador was at FU, but they came on a couple visits to CSU. But we played them when they were terrible. I think they had Mike McIntyre as their head coach and Mel Tucker, who ended up going to Michigan State from Georgia. But we played them every year in the Broncos Stadium. I scored on them my last game. I think they discontinued it in 2019, but it was a great rivalry, man. I know they get, Travis Hunters now and Shador Sanders, but they had some really good players before then. Visca Chenault, who went to the Panthers, it kind of ace-back receiver role, so they had some really good players back then.
All right, cool, man. That's some good
So,
history right there.
yeah.
Oh.
So what was your favorite place? What was your favorite place on Colorado State campus? What was your favorite building? Favorite place? If I was rolling on campus, where will I see you majority of the time? Besides the weight room and on the field.
I'm about to say, y'all know it, man. The stadium, you don't see nothing else,
That's it, man. Yeah.
In the weight room, you're in the meeting room all day. So I'd have to say the stadium, and it was really nice. It was brand new, so stadium for sure.
Oh man.
So how did they have y'all tutor set up then? You just had your own individual, or you had to go to like a study hall?
So you had to go to study hall, kind of across campus, probably like a 10-minute walk. You had to keep signing in and checking in every week. Thank God that's over with. But you had to hit the books, make sure you take care of that, because without it you wasn't gonna play. So.
So what did you major in? What was your major while you was there?
So I was poli-sci, political science, and then I minored in history.
Okay, all right.
All right, shout out to Alan Wills. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. So, who was your favorite stadium to play in other than Colorado State, like in your conference?
In the conference, I would say Boise. Oh God, that's hard, man. I'd say Boise just because I grew up in that blue field, and it's a terrible field. It feels like cement. They can't paint it anymore.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
Yeah, it was kind of a disappointment to get there, but I love playing Wyoming just because it was a rivalry and they have nothing else to do in Wyoming. They always show up. And then just the stadium wasn't that great, but Hawaii for sure. I went twice, so.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. So did y'all play any bowl games? Your time with the Rams?
Yeah. So it's. I mean, you think you're gonna go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went to 1 my freshman year. We played Marshall down in New Mexico for the Gildan New Mexico Bowl, and we got smacked. And you think again, you're gonna come back. We're gonna do this again next year. Never went back. So.
Oh man.
Sorry to
hear
hear
that. Taste of it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We got some highlights, man, of your career from Colorado State. For everybody,
check them out, man.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our channel. We can come out and listen to real stories of how these guys triumph through their adversity. We don't just come out and choose people, just based on popularity. We choose people who actually have real testimony. So make sure y'all subscribe and you hit that notification button so we go live. You can catch some of these wonderful stories. Hold on for us real quick, Cam. I'm go ahead and play this clip. We'll be right
Let's
back,
go,
okay?
man. Check them out. Beast mode in the air.
Fits right into the hole and tackles.
3rd and 6. All day for Stevens. Wide open! Cameron Butler cuts it back, dances in, 50 yards as the show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And when you look at those highlights, man, I know it kind of give you a flashback, you know, how it make you feel. You know, you had to put all that hard work in, man, to get to this point, man. And now you're looking back at yourself at those highlights and like, man, look, you know, I made some
Man,
plays.
absolutely. You know, we all put the work in. You know, a lot of behind
Mhm.
the scenes that fans don't really get to see. So it's always good to see that, man. Always.
Yeah, for real, man.
Word. Yeah, man, we got a little heckling back here. I'm keep from posting his comments, but anyway, what I was gonna say is you beached a lot of cats, man, 1-on-1
Yeah.
for quite some time in your conference. How many times the coach tell you had NFL scouts on your radar?
A lot. Whole career, man. From my freshman to my senior year, I got unfortunately dinged up in injuries 2 years in a row. So towards the end, it kind of dwindled down. Injuries is part of the game, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
starting off, man, 33 straight games, two-time Mackey World Watch List. Was balling, man. It was doing well. So went out on a couple draft boards going into 2019, but got dinged around that year. So a good amount.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
All right.
what's up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about, you know, once you got to the NFL, all the teams you tried out for and all that stuff. And, you know, how did it go for you?
Yeah, so we had Pro Day March of 2022 going into that draft. And, it's again, a lot of behind the scenes. Did well. Was coming off an Achilles injury, so didn't do as well as I, always wanted to do. But
Mhm.
at the end of the draft, the Broncos, called me and said that they were going to sign me for a UDFA. Again, behind the scenes, that fell through. And so ended up having to go to the Giants and did camp up there. And truly looking back on it, man, again, football is not going to be NFL stands not for long for, everybody.
There you go.
So,
Mhm.
it was really, a cool experience looking back on it, just being able to say that I was able to put the helmet on and put the jersey on and run
There
out
you
there
go.
with the best in the world. So it was a great experience.
Yeah.
That's
Well
what's up.
said.
Yep. So, what was your favorite team to play against in your conference? Who was that? What was it? Colorado? Always Colorado, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, it's Colorado, man. I can't stand him, and I love Dion. You know what I'm saying? I love him. I love what he's doing over there, but I can't stand him. I can't stand the cut. I can't stand the logo. I can't stand the city. So it was Dion for sure. I always got up for that one, or not Dion, but CU.
Okay.
Oh, man. Hey, talk about getting the opportunity to coach at Coastal Carolina, man. You know, how was that experience? You know, to now be on, you know, you was on the field and now you're on the sideline looking at it from another angle.
It was amazing, man. I was actually living back in Colorado at the time, and got the call that they wanted me to come out there to help out. So went down there, had a great year. Met some great people. The kids are great, man. They, like any other kids in college right now, busting their tails to get where they're trying to go. So
Yeah.
it's a little different on the coaching side. You when you're playing, you go lift weights, you go to practice, and then you go home.
Mhm.
Coaching, man, you getting there at 5 a.m., you leaving at 1 a.m. You turn right back around and do it again. So it
Yeah.
was really cool to do, and you learn a lot of things from a lot of good coaches. But
Mhm.
it's definitely a little different than playing for sure.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
requires a lot of your time. It does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So now you run performance fitness center, right? Talk about how you got into that.
Yeah, so I came home from Coastal Carolina just looking to make an impact, man. Like a lot of the coaching stuff is not as impactful as I like for it to be. I'm somebody that is through and through from Columbia, South Carolina, and want to get back to the kids that kind of remind me of myself. So
Mhm.
started a youth after school program, football development program where we introduce the game to kids who can have all the experience in the world or they have none. And try to teach them and without contact, without the threat of real injuries that parents are usually concerned with. And when they pick up that football, man, they don't have to know a rule, they don't have to know anything besides that a football's in front of them and they have a ball, man. So many people are, kind of distant from the game because of the contact and the worries of it. But when you finally bring, your child out there and let them have some fun without that threat of injury, they have a blast. So it's been really enjoyable.
So man. So what's the age group? What's the ranges that you
Yeah.
train?
So it's 2nd through 5th grade. We started here in Northeast Columbia in Richland School District 2. Currently, I'm across 5 schools in the district,
Nice.
where I go to, 5 schools. So I go to 1 school a day during the weekday. Forest Lake Elementary, North Springs Elementary, Rice Creek, Pontiac, and then Bethel Hanbury, kind of in that Blytheway area. So it's been great, man. And in the spring, we'll switch and go to 5 more. So.
Man, that's nice, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So if people want to get in contact with you and they want to, join or, want you to train them, where can they find you?
Absolutely, man. Instagram, any social media outlets. It's at Pace and Space Academy is my business page. But you can find me on Facebook as Cam Butler. Instagram, Coach Cam PSA, where you'll find all the links, man. You'll find how to book easily. My email, of course, my contact information as far as my phone number and flyers. So type in those links anywhere that you can find them on Instagram or Facebook, and everything else should pop right up.
Wow, man, good stuff. Yeah. Well, I know, like you said, you deal with a lot of with the youth. So, do you have a message for them as well?
Yeah, man. So, I would say that we have 6 rules in the program: respect, listen, effort, safety, play, and then the last one that's most important, kind of the message that I want to get out there, is to believe, man. It's everything that I started this program about. I feel like growing up, I didn't really have, I'll say as a kid, you need someone in that field, when you're dreaming. You don't need it to be just LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady or Jerry Rice or whoever. You need to have somebody here with you that has been kind of those places that you want to go. And so it allows these kids to be inspired and believe. And I feel like that I could have had more in that, or more of that, as a kid. And so that's what I really want to give back, is that this isn't about football. It's not even about sports, no matter what you choose to do. We're in a different, day and age. Kids want to be professional streamers, which is a real thing now. And if you're going to do that, you need to understand the value and the hard work that comes with it. And ultimately, you got to believe in yourself, because the speed bumps is coming, so.
That's right, man.
Right. Hecklers and haters, man. I want y'all to stay behind the scenes when we go off camera. I want to show y'all something. But yeah, man, Cam, it was a delight having you on the show tonight. We appreciate you coming in and sharing your expertise. Y'all make sure y'all follow him on those social media links if you get in contact with him, and get in the camp or go out and get trained by him personally. All right. I'd like to thank my main man KJ for coming on tonight. Kevin Johnson, former Clemson quarterback from 99 to 2002, and also today's special guest, Columbia, South Carolina, former Ridgeview standout, and also New York Giant, Colorado State University tight end, H-back. His name goes by Cam Butler. All right, make sure y'all.
Hey, Cam. Hey, I want to know, do you know any other players like yourself that like to come on?
I can definitely reach out to anybody, man. So we'll talk. We'll definitely talk.
Okay, yeah, for sure. All right.
All right. Well, you guys know how the show always ends. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And until the next episode, you guys be safe, and we appreciate you tuning in. All right. See you.
Appreciate you guys.
Man. Thank you, man.
You guys stay with me.